Hello, welcome to Girl Talk with Allie. On today's very first episode of Girl Talk with Allie, we will be talking about all things college and how to help you have the best college experience and how to get through college, or as I playfully dub it, the college cooties. So, let's get started. I am currently a rising junior in college. If I didn't take a semester off, I would be a senior, and I've learned a lot in college and still am learning. And I'm going to tell you what I've learned as a commuting college student. I do not dorm, so I don't know everything about the dorming process or anything. So I'm sorry, but leave any other questions you have about that in the comments below for me, and let's just get into it. So for me, in college, the one thing I learned about it, and then that I didn't realize, is how much free stuff from my school I would get. Like, I have like 3 or 4 or a couple t-shirts. I have like 3 or 4 wire balls that are like plastic. I do have actually one knockoff Stanley from my college. Now that is a good one. Multiple pens, 2 notebooks, a planner, along with the ID card. You get an endless supply, a first aid kit, endless supply, and I couldn't believe how many events also my school would have giving away all this free stuff. So that is something. One thing I learned that I wish I learned sooner and I was better at is, trying to get involved. Campus, they have many clubs depending on like what college. Try to get involved, find, depending on what your interests are. Like I was in choir in high school, and obviously I like filming and baking. They have, some filming clubs, and I joined one for a year, but I fortunately was one of those people who learned to drive very late and didn't get a car until recent years, like after I started. So I was being driven and dropped off by my older sibling and my mom, and I then got very busy and didn't continue on, though I wish I did. So my hope is to rejoin that club and another video club while I'm there, along with acapella. Another thing I learned is, regardless of what major you go into, be prepared to, or know that there's a chance you might switch your major. A lot of people, there are a decent amount of people who don't, but sometimes when you're undecided or you go on something, you might switch your major about 2 or 3 times before you actually know what you want to do. I was undecided, and then I was early childhood education with a concentration in communications. I started the education classes, and I was like, this is not for me. And now I'm majoring in communications, TV, and media, and I'm very excited for that this semester. And yeah, and the one thing major thing I also learned when I was there is, don't be afraid, get yourself out of your comfort zone. Besides clubs, meet new people. My first friend, who's a very good friend of mine now, I started talking to this girl on our school's Starbucks line, and we became fast friends. Be prepared to, you'll feel very weird doing that. Just start talking to people anywhere, anytime. Just like my grandmother does that everywhere she goes. When you notice people, that's the best way to make friends. Another thing is, I cannot stress this enough, for high school, college, I cannot stress this enough. Invest in a good iPad. The laptops are good too. Don't get me wrong. But iPads are very convenient, much lighter, and you can actually get keyboard skills to type. Now, I have laptop for YouTube and editing and stuff, and sometimes I brought it to school with me. But I used the iPad more because, I could type, I can write, and it was much lighter, and I had all my textbooks on it. And, my school uses Canvas, which a lot of colleges and high schools and many schools do now. But yeah, this was a very good investment. I have an iPad, and along with, you know, my AirPods, and I have Apple Pencil, and, you know, like I write and take notes. I would recommend either the app Notability. There is GoodNotes, but I did not subscribe to that. But I used GoodNotes for a good period of time. That's good too, for if you like to physically write down notes. I would also still have, like, you know, a notebook or two, because sometimes handwriting is sometimes good if, you know, the Wi-Fi goes out or all that. This is my backpack that has, like, a bunch of stuff I gotta still throw away from the previous year. Let's see, like, yeah, the mental health. I have a squishy brain in here. All the free stuff in here. I have a chocolate chip Cliff Bar in here. Just going through my backpack. But one thing that I like to have in my backpack, I would stress in college bring with you, is like have like a little emergency kit where you have, you know, some pads or tampons if you get your period when you're there. Believe me, I've been caught off guard a couple of times at school, and, you know, one of the times I did not have a pad, and, you know, had to put toilet paper in my underwear. But I swear, if it happens to you off guard, you know, I always put like an extra pair of underwear, some pads. I'm telling you, it's a lifesaver. And I would put like other stuff, you know, just in this nice floral bag is the one that I use. And I sometimes bought also a mini purse in here, you know, hand sanitizer, alarm. I think my college gave me this alarm, and I have another alarm that my mom got me for Christmas, you know. By the way, this went off one time. The thing I couldn't put back on. It was so embarrassing. So embarrassing when it goes off. What else? Now, I really preferred, you know, bringing lunch from home, but if you like the food on campus, that's always good. I would try to plan stuff wisely. Let me see. I know, thinking back on my college experience, I'm like, what could I have done differently on here? Though actually, another thing is, I would say use Google Sheets to make a homework tracker. I have to say, I was much more organized in college getting my assignments done when I would put that in as soon as I got assigned something. If I didn't have a physical planner writing the stuff down, and it would write the day it's due, the day I started it, how long it took me, and like when it's done, going down the line. Now that was very helpful. Or you can just get a physical planner and write it down, but I feel like the planner is in there and it just sits in my backpack and I don't use it. But having a physical planner, writing down or typing on that, staying organized, making sure that the assignments are on time and done efficiently, you don't wait till the last minute, has been significantly helpful for me. Another thing, if you're a person like me who's very nervous about parking in the morning at school and it being way too crowded and you want to easily park, I would recommend getting to school early, and you can do either homework or watch videos on your iPad, your phone, or hang out with your friends if you get there early in the morning. Now, I would have classes, you know, like 9:30 to 10:40 or something like that, or 10:40 to 12:05, but I would leave home 8 or 8:30 the latest. I would drive the 15-20 minutes to me to school and get there so I could park early, you know, just pull through and not have to worry about looking for a parking spot and it being more crowded. Because I'm like, getting there early, you know, the traffic's not bad, you can park, less likely to get into accidents, you're less anxious, then you're not rushed, and you get to school, you can do some homework while you're there, or like if you're a YouTuber or someone like me, you can do some video planning, recipe planning, whatever, or hang out with your friends. You can do all this other stuff while you wait for your class. There's probably a lot of other stuff about college that I could talk about that I cannot think about right now, so I will be doing a part 2 to this college talk, but that's all for part 1 of this first episode of Girl Talk with Allie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Be sure to subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Allie Elizabeth, and stay tuned for videos on there. I'm working to be more consistent On there I do baking / cooking, vlogs, fashion, beauty, lifestyle. And make sure to follow both my YouTube Instagrams and my TikTok. And I can't wait to see you guys at my next video. Stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!